Try to get all my stuff out of my pockets. Dang. Oh, ain't nobody in here yet, but let's get my stuff together for when they do show up. All my knives, my bandanas. Shit. Might not have anybody show up for this one. There's somebody here. Oh, it's old Aaron Williams. What about you, Aaron? Got my beard right. Make myself presentable. Don't you know, good brother? We're gonna do a little lunchtime BS session. I'll show what I got in my pockets. Ain't a whole lot today. I heard that. I watch a lot of lives while I'm driving throughout the day. I think your package should be there today, if I'm not mistaken. I'm excited about you getting it. That's a pretty fun project. Excuse me. The Cash, welcome, brother. Welcome to the live chat for the day. It's not knife related, I can tell you that much. Marco! Badger, brother. Yeah, just a little beef jerky. Kind of eating light for lunch today. We had a big office wide breakfast today, so I ate more than I normally. Usually I don't eat breakfast, but I can't turn down frittatas and hash brown casseroles and everything else. Oh yeah, Aaron. Good. I wanted to keep it, so I may end up having to make one for myself. No, not a veteran. Oh Lord, here they come. Jake. Hey Jake, how are you, brother? Uh, we'll start out with uh part of my tote today. Man, I got this little old SOG Adventure block back a while back. Terry sent it to me as like a little extra on a trade. And I just set it away. But man, I tell you what, that is a pretty sweet little knife. Doesn't weigh much. It didn't have a pocket clip because Terry don't like pocket clips. So I had I think it was either a SOG or a Kershaw, and took the pocket clip off of that. Dennis, the electricians are just hanging out, man. I'm gonna have to get through some projects here at the beginning of the year, and then I'm gonna get started on them. I'm excited about those two little projects. That's gonna be pretty fun. But yeah, man, this little SOG, I think you can probably pick these up for, I don't know, $10 maybe. I think is what I've seen. Super nice little EDC knife. Charlie Cook. Oh man, Charlie, I gotta have it, dude. The ghosts aren't near as potent as those C4s are. And I've also had probably a half a gallon of water between these two also. Uh, so, David Williams. Y'all give me a second. I got you, Kevin. Hold on a minute, brother. Um, there you go, Kevin. H1M. I am from Tennessee. But yeah, these little sogs, man, for what they are. That's also the knife that said, "Hey, let me borrow your knife." That's what I give them. Um. So yeah. There you go, Charlie. You have any luck? Oh, Dennis, be safe, brother. We be praying for you. You know that. So a while back, I got some beads and a pin from uh, Bobby over RDS Wood Turning and acrylics. I finally did something with one of my beads. I put it on my little Olight on just a little paracord lanyard. Nothing crazy. I hadn't even burned the ends of it up yet. Uh, that just hides in my wallet. Almost makes it a little lanyard for the wallet to maybe help get it out of the pocket. And I'm carrying that 1999 peanut in there as well. Dad's knife uh found it in the couch. What I started the channel with. So very important knife in my collection. That's what was in the Leyland Pedwell. How are you, brother? Welcome. I was hoping old Terry pop in during lunch. Usually he ain't doing nothing around this time. Unless he's on the phone or something. Or actually working. What's everybody else toting today, knife wise? I'm from Tennessee. Muzu Kabir. Also carrying, actually remember to put a lighter in my pocket. Got this old brass Zippo. This is a new one. This is a 24. Got it on Amazon got this, a pack of flints, and a thing of fuel for like $12 on Amazon. Then I don't know if y'all can see it. Got a 1981 penny glued to it. Because I'm an 81, so man's got to have fire. Actually, remember to put one in my pocket today. There you go, 6-string shred. Charlie Cook. Sometimes that's as good as actually putting one in the freezer. I don't know. I told any jokes. All right. Jake, I'm not sure. Um, got kind of a tight timeline this evening. My daughter's got a little dancing thing at like 8. So if I do a live, it'll be probably about 5 o'clock, and probably won't run but an hour or so. Just while I'm out there working. Probably finish getting that other cover glued together for that sawbuster I was working on last night. Let's see here, 112 red bone Leatherman Wave and a 70 Zippo. That's a good toe, Clayton. Alabama Knife and Tool has a Case Folding Hunter, Case Trapper, and an Old Timer Barlow. Ooh, Old Timer Barlow. Is it one of the new ones? Charlie Cook has a Redbone copper lock, 2003 copper Zippo, and a 194 OT. Is it an OT shade, Charlie? Well, as I live and breathe, it is Big E. What's up, Eli? Come on. Still probably a pretty sweet little night, though, Kevin, ain't it? Devea, hello. How are you? I am good. On a little lunch break, having a little snack, talking to some friends. Have a good old time. Talking about pocket knives. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Come on. Clayton, I would say that's probably made out of unobtainium. I don't think I've ever seen one in the wild or on eBay for that matter. Them Prince Albert old timers, man, when you do find them, they're usually wore smack out or they're expensive. Yeah. I've seen a couple, not the Barlows, just the little Stockmans pop up here and there, but they're usually in good shape. They can be $100. And then what was there? There was the little Stockman, the Barlow, and was there a Scout knife in that? I think. Brother Stan, how are you? Oh, you did find the camp knife? Yeah, I don't want to do calculus, MR. No calculus for me. Big E, what you know good in your neck of the woods? Hey, antique shop. Did they know what they had? Oh, dang. I guess you went on and paid for it. I'm a janitor. FXR, Treasure, whatever your name is, janitor. No, sir. Eli, I have not. I've got a couple. What did the post office, the app say? I think I said I've got, was it through, I assume it's through the post office. I think I've got two today, one tomorrow. Clayton, that's a damn good price on that. If it just needed to be cleaned up, I'd pay that all day. I paid that for Imperial camp knives. That's a pretty good price. So maybe today, maybe tomorrow, Big E. I'll let you know. Do you have a tracking number for it by chance? Ederson, good. Welcome. I'll show us another. There's the only other knife I got today, and I'm carrying it my uh, Marlowe's custom leather slip. Dang, that's a good price too, Clayton. That's really good. They may use Pony Express, Kevin. You got that right. So in this, my left pocket knife, this is a 1990 case copperhead, not copper log, in maple burl, I think is what it is. Stainless steel blades. Yeah, maple burl or burl maple, I think is what they call it. on this number designation. It's a 7249 stainless steel, 1990. Brother Jason over at Ozark Boys, I got this from him. And he did all the cleanup and stuff on it, polished the blades and everything. And this is one of my most treasured knives in my collection. It is what time is it? 12:30 here, lunchtime or supper or whatever you choose to say. Ooh, boy, trolls are working overtime today. Ain't Kevin, you got your work cut out, brother. Jason Beecher must be milking cows. Mohammed, hi, how are you? We're just talking about pocket knives and what we carry in. I'm in the United States. America. Got that right. Oh, man. What y'all want to talk about? I used to have a bench made a long time ago. And I traded out of it. I forgot what I traded it for. But I'm not a big modern guy. Um, I've got one modern in my collection. Well, I consider it modern because it's a liner lock, but it's a QSP Penguin. Uh, and other than that, I've got two 112 Slim Selects, and then I've got this SOG. That's pretty much all the like moderns that I carry. Um, Everything. I'm more of a traditional carry. God dang, traditional pocket knife kind of guy. I do have one K-bar. It is at the house, and it is a 70s Marine Corps issued K-bar. But it is locked up. Yeah, Clayton, I couldn't pay that price. I'd love to have one myself, but I couldn't. I couldn't pay that price either. It's crazy. What are they? Last one I saw on the secondary market at a show, I think it was like $180 or something. I ain't paying that. I just assume get just a regular 112 and get one of those quick draw holsters where it's kind of half open. Uh, yeah, Kevin, go ahead. Or you can just pull it out real quick if you needed to. Uh, Greg Vanderlip, how are you, son? You doing all right? Yeah, go on, copy that Zippo, Kevin. Send me a picture. I want to see what you got. I did get in the mail yesterday in a little package. A guy was paying me for some leather work, but he also sent me a little knife, and it's a little Parker Stockman, little B thing. Got wood handles on it. It's pretty nice. I meant to put it in my wallet today, but forgot. Oh, damn, Greg. I'm going to have to go make sure I've got my notifications turned on for you, brother. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like doing the lives a lot better than I like doing long form videos. I like interacting with people. Like hanging out in the garage while I'm working, got buddies over, just hanging out, working on some knives, working on leather, whatever. Greg, when did you do your live? Was it yesterday or today? Yeah, Kevin, you got her first, didn't you? Why people gotta be so mean? I got feelings. Hell, not really. Excuse me. I done got a piece of jerky down my windpipe. Lord. Oh yeah, that's usually how it goes, Greg. I think the first live that I did, I had been doing videos for a while, and I'd gone out in the garage, and I was going to work on stuff, do some EDC. How you doing? Mopor, I appreciate it. So I'd gone out in the garage to film some content. I just wasn't in the mood to like film and edit and all that. And my daughter, heck, said, "Well, Dad, why don't you just do a live?" And I'm like, "Well, let's do a live." God dang, everybody showed up. Went for like an hour and a half on the first one, and then I just did them once a week on Mondays, and then just started doing lives while I was working out there, and then that's what I do. I do my lives and my shorts. Works really good for the channel, so there ain't no sense in changing. Image_001. Hi, welcome. Yeah. The editing, you don't have to edit. Like, you can film from the YouTube app and just upload it, but you can't edit anything out or anything. I know, like, that's what Terry does, and a bunch of people, that's what they do, and it's fun. But like, for me to do, I think the last long form I did where I actually worked on something. I think I worked. Total. I spent 2 hours out in the garage, working on the project, filming it, setting everything up, and then probably spent another 30 minutes editing that video down to try to make like a 20 or 25-minute video. And not that I'm lazy, but man, I got so much stuff going on. I don't have time to sit and edit videos for, an hour every time I want to do a video. So, Alan, I appreciate that. I was actually talking to a friend of mine today about doing a sod buster, but I'd have to make new liners, which isn't hard, but do like a bolster like the copper lock or the copperheads have that kind of covers up the edge of the knife on the tang in a sod buster size. So I see what you're saying. and then do a bolster and everything with it. I've been looking into it. There's gonna be more and more custom stuff coming out, especially after Christmas. Um, I've got stuff. I got some personal projects in line. I've got customer projects coming up. Brother Dave, man, we are doing good. We're just having a little lunchtime chat, showing it the couple of pocket knives I'm carrying today. Eating a little beef jerky. I'm drinking some caffeine. Trying to stay alive. For whatever reason, I have decided the last couple of days that I needed to get up at like 3:30 or 4 o'clock and then not go back to sleep. My creative brain is on overdrive right now with all the projects coming up. I think it's affecting my sleep pattern. Like I wake up and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to work and get some stuff done. So, not enough time or money to get these projects done that I've got cooking up. I'm sure you get that being a custom painter. Yeah, man, I've got one moderator in here. He's been working overtime. That's all right. It hadn't been bad, just nonsense. It counts as views, so yeah, lock blade, Charlie. Been looking at that as well. My Tractor Supply down the street has Roper brand. They look like a sod buster, but they're a lock back. And I was thinking about getting one. They're only like, I think, $12. I was thinking about I was going to get two, one to keep whole and then one to take apart and see if I can put the two, like basically put a sod buster blade in it, and then you'd have the lockback mechanism and everything. But I've seen videos where people have made the mechanisms and everything, and you cut the spring down. You have to add a spring, and it's just be a little bit of work. And I'm just not quite set up for that kind of fabrication yet. It's coming, but not yet. I'm eventually going to get to where I'm going to be making them from the ground up, blades and all. It's like my 5-year plan. And I want to do like multi blades, like, Stockman size. Yeah, they did. And I thought about doing liner lock ones as well. Brother Dakota. I'll have to look at that, Clayton. Dakota. I'm toting your slip today. I tote this thing a lot, man. It fits just about everything I can. You got that right, Stan. If y'all are in here and haven't checked out Dakota Marlowe's page, y'all go over there and check Dakota Marlowe out. Oh, man, this thing is very well used with the paint. It's starting to wear through and patina real nice. It's really good. But Dakota does some of the best leather work I've seen. There's a lot of good leather workers. I'm not downplaying anybody, but like the actual tooling part where you make it look like it's got flowers and stuff on it, Dakota, jam up job. That's kind of what I don't know if you want to call it self-teaching or what, the style that I kind of lean towards as far as like what little bit of stuff I do. I really like doing that kind of style. So, Dakota, I'm glad you showed up, brother. But yeah, I want to do ground up custom or from the ground up custom Stockmans and stuff like that. Not necessarily fixed blades or single blade folders, but multi-blade folders. On the belt game today. Yeah, I saw. Did you do a live last night, Dakota? I thought I saw a belt blank laying on your bench. There's a local guy down the street, a local leather shop that he'll do you. He'll make you whatever you want, but he sells a lot of stuff that like he's purchased and brought in for his store, and he has belt blanks. Oh, did it? How did it work out? I didn't get to catch it. He's got belt blanks in there that I'm thinking about getting one and doing for myself. As I've lost so much damn weight, my belt's gotten too big. And it's just a cheap Walmart belt. So maybe at least put my name on it. How do you become a moderator? I'd have to know you and trust you before I can make you a moderator. The guys that I have moderating for me are very well trusted, good friends. So hang around, you never know. Gateway, I'm just hanging out. We're talking pocket knives and custom knives and eating a little beef jerky, having a little lunchtime chat. Nothing crazy. Oh, Clayton, he does. That is his profession. Kind of like in 300, where they're talking about the Spartans are talking to the Greeks that came down, and he's asking them what their professions are, like farmers and stuff like that. Dakota is a leather worker. That is his job. Gateway, weather's good. It's 50 degrees right now. It was like 22 this morning. So pretty nice today. There you go, Clayton. He's got good stuff. He doesn't have much out. We can't get him to do a lot of videos. I think he's going to start stepping it up. He's got some new equipment. So, Dakota, get some videos out, man. Love you, brother. He's a baby man. He got a house full of kids and stuff. So, he ain't got time to mess around with us jokers on the YouTubes. I know it, man. I'm just giving you a hard time. You do you, man. You know how the game goes. You do what works for you. I'll try to make everybody else happy. I'm eating some beef jerky. It's probably my favorite one. Except for some of the stuff from Buc-ee's is pretty good, but the closest Buc-ee's to me is like an hour and a half away. 18 degrees in northern Michigan. Y'all got snow on the ground, Stan? Who was it? Somebody was in here in the live yesterday. He was in like northern Ohio and had like, what is it, like negative 12? Good to hear, Dakota. You know I'm here for it. Hey, Mr. Undercover Cop. Yes, that's me, Mr. Undercover Cop. 20 degrees here now. It was 20 degrees this morning. It's 50 now. God dang, 20 is a high. Woo. And then we're going to get back in the, I think we're going to be in the 60s this weekend, but it's going to rain. So, Dakota Lee, what's up? Welcome. So, the guys that are in here have an idea for a custom folding knife, and I know it's been done, but it's been done on a large scale. I'm talking like on a legit pocket knife scale. A folding pocket knife, multi-blade, 2 or 3 blade, but the blades are like the big rasp knives that guys make out of the big horse rasp. It still has that texture on it, but instead of being that big of a knife, it's this size, and probably you would only retain the file texture on one side, not both, because you'd have to make that file so much thinner to fit in something like this. But that's a project that's in the back of my head that I am stewing on, thinking about. I mean, I can shape it and everything. It's all the heat treat. I don't have the stuff to do. There you go, Dave. Does anybody know how to post a link up for Dakota's page or Dakota's YouTube? I don't know how to do it. I don't know if I can do it from here or not. Yeah, Stan, I saw a guy a couple of years ago had one at a flea market, and it was very, very crudely done, but open and close, had snap, had half stops. Man, you know how we do it, Dakota. We lift everybody up. I've been sitting on that idea for a while, and now that I've basically realized I ain't going nowhere, and this is just the custom work's just gonna grow and grow and grow. I want to grow my ability in my work as well. I would like to actually do not just customize pre-existing knives, but to make from the ground up, not my own customs and Stockmans and folding knives, not just like fixed blades and stuff like that. That or do like the I forgot what they are, but it was a series of knives. It was a series of knives, and it was celebrating, and I forget which anniversary it was for the military services, and the blades almost had like a hammer texture on it. That's cool, and nobody does that I know, and y'all probably know more than I do. Yes, Charlie, exactly. I didn't want to say that, but yes, that's what I'm thinking. But you wouldn't be able to start with a farrier's rasp. A farrier's rasp is too big. You would have to start with a smaller file, or like a smaller wood rasp, not necessarily a farrier's rasp, because those things, once you milled it down to the right thickness, where the rough side is, it's got the big teeth. Those things are so deep, you wouldn't have much meat on the other side, and it would be hard to heat treat it without having hot spots all through it. And it would probably be pretty fragile too once you heat treat it and everything. But yes, I like that. That's a good idea too. And you could use a wood rasp that's flat on one side and then like round on the other. That's double ended, doesn't have a handle or anything. It's probably 8 or 10 inches long. You could use that for the rasp side and have that some of the rasp texture, because you'd have to take all that out so you'd be able to use it. But yeah, like I said, there's ideas brewing, and not just knives either. Like, I really enjoy making slips, and I've been working on a belt sheath or two. I've got ideas for that. I would when I can get the money to buy the raw material, I would really like to learn how to do the rawhide stuff that the guys out in the Southwest do and did. A lot of the Spanish cowboys back in the day would make their own sheaths and stuff for their knives out of rawhide, and it's transparent, so you can almost see through it. And you cut your thread out of the rawhide and everything, and then it's braided a certain way on the edges, and it's just, oh God, it's gorgeous. But man, a lot of work. But I love the way that looks. So something else I'm thinking about, just another thing to learn how to do. But it's pretty crazy. There's a book, I found a book on Amazon. It's like a how-to book on that, the weaving, the rawhide work, I think is what it's called. And it's an old book, but it's been like republished. You know what I'm talking about, don't you, Dakota? There's a couple of guys that I follow on TikTok that do it, and I have watched all of their stuff, their whole playlist 2 or 3 times, just watching, mesmerized, crazy. The ST of knives I think you are talking about is made by Parker or Parker Frost and our Stockman celebrate. Yes, Stan, that's what they are. That's exactly what they are. Oh, you have one of the full sets? Those are really cool. I think Terry's got one too. Somebody sent Terry one, or Terry bought one, and I think that's where I first saw them. And I fell in love with the texture on the blades. That hammered almost looks like the old hickory butcher knives, the old ones that had that texture in it. Definitely, yeah, definitely a process. Those would, if I did slips out of that, they wouldn't be $30 slips. Those would be, ooh, I wouldn't even know how to price something out like that. Brother Noah, long time no see, brother. How are you? Glad to see you here. We're just shooting the bull. It's lunchtime, eating some beef jerky. I had some drink, but I drank it all. Yeah, you know how it is. Um, you'd have to ante up for those. And I found them. I found one place on Etsy that had them, and even for just a simple, I'm doing absolutely amazing, but I just figured I'd stop by. Well, brother, I appreciate you stop by. I hope you are doing absolutely great. If you still got that young lady you were seeing a while back, hope y'all are doing good as well. Have a good day at work. Well, I found a guy on, it wasn't Etsy, it was eBay. I found one, and it was a small belt sheath, probably like the right size for a trapper. And I think it was, and it wasn't anything. It was just a fold over with the belt loop on the back. That's good, Noah. I really like to hear that, brother. You deserve it. You're a good kid. You deserve it. Love you. Um, and then it was just stitched together with the rawhide stitch, and I think it was 70. And I went and looked at that seller, and all of his stuff has sold for 70 and $80. And even that, just for that, that's still a lot of work just sewing, because it's not just one thread going up the spine, like this. This is one thread, kinda. To do that real heavy weave on that stuff, they're weaving, I think, 4 to 6 pieces of rawhide up that spine to get that real nice fat braided look. So I have some knives in postal limbo for the last 4 days. Tracking says moving to the next location. I could walk from Indianapolis to my house in about a week. Stan, I think everybody is struggling with that right now. Me and Chuck at Briar Patch did a trade, I don't know, last week, and it was stuck in Louisiana for a couple of days in limbo, and then it finally showed up. So I have been pretty lucky with what I've tracked coming in and going out, except for that one for Chuck. All of mine have been pretty decent, but man, I've heard of guys. Yeah, I remember you saying something about that, Noah. That postal limbo, man, unless like from here on out, unless it's absolutely got to go, I am not mailing anything else out until after Christmas. That's any of my sticker swaps. I probably won't have Terry Sodbuster done until right before Christmas, anyways. And then I've just got cornbreads I need to do, but he's not in a super hurry for it. But I will still want to get it done, and then everything else will be way after Christmas, anyways. So I'm not mailing anything else out. I mailed the last of my stuff Monday or Tuesday. And that's it. I'm not mailing anything else out. Yeah, this part of the time of year it's ridiculous. And I used to not. Yeah, man, hit me up sometime. We can chop it up. Yeah, greater risk of things getting lost too. Um, Noah, I hope you have a good day, brother. God bless you. Uh, so yeah, I'm not mailing any letters, stickers, nothing out between now and after Christmas, unless it just absolutely has to go. Uh, and I don't have anything now that uh that absolutely has to go out, like right now. Yeah, or just straight up stolen. That's always my worry, especially with not necessarily my leather work going out, because I can always remake that stuff if it's lost or stolen. Uh, but like my knife trades and stuff, it's always a worry, especially with the postal service. Um, I will say, if I trade anything that's pricey, I'd almost rather go UPS than USPS. But I mean, you're paying double the shipping, so I don't know. Like even like Kevin, if we ever lock out a trade on that little 32 pattern, brother, I say we meet up somewhere halfway between me and you, um, and like meet up for some lunch or something, and we can do a trade like that. Uh, that'd actually be pretty cool. I'd like to do that. Didn't you say you're in like northern Alabama, Kevin? Oh, Karen, this isn't my sheath, sweetheart. This is Dakota Marlowe. He made this for me. I hadn't had my page very long, and he did this for me. Central Alabama. I think I would probably say like the Huntsville area might be about halfway for us. I'm not, but maybe an hour and a half from Huntsville. Oh yeah, I won't shake hands with Kevin. Kevin's my boy. We've done some trading already, but hell, if we can, what we're going to be trading on this trade, I don't know if I want to send it through the mail if I can help it. He probably feel the same way. So yeah, we'll have to do that, Kevin. We'll meet up and have lunch or something. Ooh, guys, I gotta go back to work. I just realized what time it was. Guys, y'all be good, be safe, and like always, peace out.